This is by far one of my most, if not the most anticipated video I've ever done in my life. And not just anticipated video, anticipated meal. Today I'm eating Katz's Deli for the very first time. I've seen this on numerous travel channel shows, Food Network shows, YouTube videos, and it looks so right up my alley. I can't even believe it. But we got it right here. We got this delivered. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do the whole restaurant experience today, but we're gonna be doing the delivery experience. And right off the bat, nice bag. I like the bag. And inside, we have 2 paper sacks. So I ordered 2 sandwiches and some matzo ball soup. What you know about it? This, oh, free pickles, napkins, and mustard. Nice. And in this sack, we have a unmarked sandwich, number 1. Corned beef sandwich right here. So y'all know what this is already. This is the pastrami sandwich on rye. And the matzo ball soup. You know what? I think this meal deserves a plate. Let me be right back. Alrighty. First look, oh my God. Come on now. Oh. Come on. I'm hyped, Neil Funk. Here's the pastrami. This is a very large sandwich. This is a mile-high pile of meat of the top-notch quality. Oh yeah. Here is the corned beef, which is falling apart a little bit, but boy oh boy do I love some corned beef as well. And it appears that they did not put any mustard on these sandwiches. I guess they want you to do it yourself. I was actually very frightened because there was not an option on the delivery. I was like, are they gonna give me mustard? Are they gonna put it on? Because some people might not like mustard, some noobs out there. But glad they gave it to me. And last but not least, the matzo ball soup. I'll give you a better look at that. You can't really see much of it, but by the way, little known fact, we also got some oyster crackers. I've never had matzo ball soup with oyster crackers, but best believe I've had matzo ball soup many times in my day because, fun fact, actually was raised Jewish. But, you know, it came around that time, I had my bar mitzvah, was studying for it a little bit. I was like 13. And then I realized, you know what? I don't really believe in this kind of stuff. I'm not gonna do it. So I didn't do it. And yeah, anyway, don't want to get too much into religion, but I grew up on a lot of, you know, classic corned beef and matzo ball soup. We got it from Chicago, Skokie. Shout out to family up there. But first things first, I gotta measure the sandwich because I've been curious about this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and measure the pastrami here. 2.5 inches. Not bad. That is about, I'd say about 7 centimeters or so. You know, I was expecting maybe 3.5 inches. You know, that extra little inch could have done something, but it's okay. So let me go ahead and give you a little bit of a close-up. Looks like some solid classic rye bread and some thick cut pastrami. I haven't had decent pastrami in a minute, and the pastrami that I can get is probably like 1/3 of that thickness. It's kind of bogus, the stuff I can get where I'm from. There's 2 different types of pickles. I believe one is plain and one is like, oh man, I think it's like half sour. Don't quote me on that. But it's cut down the mid, and So yeah, there we go for the pastrami. And here's the corned beef. These are actually really thick slices as well, to be honest with you. I didn't know it was, they'd be doing that, but very different look to them. So the corned beef doesn't have that, you know, smoke, that bark on it. They're made out of like similar cuts of meat, I believe. They're both beef, obviously, both cured, but different flavors, little bits, and a little bit of a different preparation method. This is by far the biggest matzo ball I've ever seen, at least that I can remember. I haven't had a matzo ball in quite a minute, but I will be giving a good review because sometimes, you know, like I said, I've had a lot of matzo balls. In the middle, you got to cook it just right, and that's basically like a bread dumpling, if you don't know. So let me slather some of this mustard. Appears to be a little bit spicy, not too brown, not too yellow. Ah, snap. I'm just gonna go on the top slice. And my goal here is to at least finish the pastrami. I wanna see if I can finish one of these sandwiches. And the most famous one is the pastrami. So I'm gonna try to take down this whole pastrami, maybe half the corned beef. We'll see. I'm so hyped. All right. First bite. Katz's Delicatessen pastrami on rye. Going right in. That right there is such a mighty fine sandwich. It's unbelievable. I don't have words. The meat is, I think I need a little bit more mustard. I can't even lie. Can't even lie about that. But look at that. Bread, a little bit of mustard, and a whole lot of meat. Super simple. And I can't talk right now. Hold on. Incredible. Taking a bite into that is a different experience. Where do I even begin? All right, the size. It's a big size. You got a baby mouth. Don't even attempt it. Look at you can kind of conform. You can squish it down a little bit. But the thickness of it is part of the beauty of it. And I'll be honest with you, if it was any thicker, it might be too thick. This is a perfect amount of meat for this sandwich. If it was any thinner, it wouldn't be enough. The rye bread is really doing its best to hold everything together, and I'll be honest, doing a little bit better than I thought it would. Let me try one of these pickles real quick. Really nice. Really nice and crunchy. What a goddamn combo. This is living up to my expectations, which is extremely rare in this day and age. Because, you know, the higher your expectations, you're just setting yourself up for failure, you know? No lie, I'm satisfied with my fullness. I could split one of these and be pretty satisfied. I'm not full, but these are hefty ass sandwiches. No question about it. Let me try this corned beef real quick. It's gotta be the pastrami, bro. The corned beef is also mighty fine, don't get me wrong, but that pastrami hits on a completely different level. They had actually a plethora of different sandwiches. They had a salami, this and that, but I had to go for the two most classics, at least in my opinion. And I'll tell you what, this one is the #1 bestseller for a reason. Don't get me wrong, this corned beef, some really good corned beef. But this pastrami is just out of this world. I love simple sandwiches. I love it when you can make something so simple but so delicious. The jambon beurre, slaughtered that pronunciation, French sandwich, like a baguette. It's got like ham and butter. 3 things, amazing sandwich. The combinations are hitting just right, just like this. The flavors are, you're getting that beefiness, that richness from that cured meat, and then that tang, the little spicy kick from the mustard, bite of the pickle, and that it just, the spice combo that they're using for this pastrami, probably a secret recipe. But look at this. You would think this might be tough to chew through, to take a bite. Not at all. Oh my gosh. I usually don't like to have just dead air, me just eating. I usually like to fill it with talking because I feel awkward if I don't. But I don't want to talk, to be honest with you. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Oh, I forgot about this matzo ball soup. Let me try this out real quick. Let me show you how large this matzo ball is. This is heavy. It's risky because it looks pretty tender. I don't know if I can really show you too up close. Let me try the broth. Pretty good broth. Chicken broth, I'm assuming. And the matzo ball. Albeit, it's a lot bigger than my mom used to make it, but it's got that mom's homemade matzo ball soup flavor. And it's cooked well. The inside, sometimes, like I said, it's undercooked. This one, it's not. But I'll be honest, I just had to get this. I would feel bad if I didn't, but I don't care about it nearly as much as these sandwiches. Can't even lie. This is one of those things where if you come to NYC, you gotta try this, or at least something like it. I know there's probably a bunch of amazing delis that sell stuff like this around the city. This one is the most popular, so, you know, if you're a true New Yorker, you might be like, oh, that's not even the best spot. You should have gone here, you should have gone there, but this is, like I said, this is just the classic. And sometimes, when you get too classic, too big, you get too big for your own boots, and the quality suffers. I feel like, you know, I never had this back in the day, back in 1888, but I feel like they're doing everything the same way. I feel like the quality is not suffering. The only thing I wish is my Uber driver stopped along the way. I did priority. They stopped for like 10 minutes doing a drug deal or something. I don't know what the heck was going on with that, but I was like, come on now. Come on now, Crystal. Best believe my eyes were glued to that GPS the entire time. Oh man. It's not often that one sandwich would completely satisfy me. This one right here would. I'm completely and utterly satisfied. I could probably just die now, you know? Am I overhyping it? No. Pretty hefty price though. Did I mention the price? Can't remember if I did or not. $87.89. So on the app, Uber Eats, each one of these was like 30 bucks each. Would probably be cheaper, I'm guessing, if you go to the actual store. I was watching a video earlier, right before this, I'm filming this video. This guy was like, man, I remember back in the day, I used to come here, they were like $4. I was like, God dang. But I also don't think this place is really franchising all over the place. I think it's one of those, you gotta come to New York City to get it. And I respect that. I don't know if it's true, actually. I didn't look into those details quite enough, but I've never seen a Katz's Deli in Chicago or, you know, LA. So either way, they're keeping it small, and I respect the hell out of that. And the rye bread actually is really good. I just got a good taste of it. I grew up eating rye bread all the time. Beef steak, hearty rye, that was my go-to. Wow. Wow. I do have a spot in, whenever I go to Chicago, I used to go with my parents, my grandparents. We would always, shout out, we would always go to a place called The Bagel. And they had really good sandwiches and really crispy fries. Some of the best fries there. I can't lie. Here's what I will say. Waiting 30 minutes for Crystal to do her freaking, little deal and then come over here. 30 minutes compared to a piping hot, fresh pastrami, they're on the same level. And that's got to tell you something. I'm talking about from the bagel in Chicago. When I get a pastrami sandwich from there, fresh out the kitchen to the table, that is as good as this was, which took a long ass minute thanks to Crystal calling you out real quick. But so yeah, that should be telling you something. I can only imagine how good this would be steaming hot and fresh. But you know what? You already know the deal on that one. Let me take a couple more bites of this matzo ball soup. Definitely save this for later. I don't think my wife, she tried this once. She's not a huge fan of it, so she said I should eat all of this. And I will save her this. So, there we go. Not really a review video, is it a mukbang? I don't know, it's just the first time trying it. But if I were to give a score on that, it would be like a solid 9. It's in the 9s, as an A. As an A, that's all you need to know, all right. So there you have it, I'm skating out of here. I got the meat, I don't really got the meat sweats, but I got the meat belly going on, and I could go down for a dirt nap, so I'm about to catch y'all later. Thanks for watching. Try out some Katz's. See you in the next video. Peace. Get the pastrami. Don't even fiddle around. Just get the pastrami.